Hi everyone, this is Marina and you're watching your monthly forecast for Taurus for March 2017. The beginning of the month is really important and interesting for all of us because we have Venus going retrograde on the 3rd of March. Venus is really important for you because it's the ruler of your sign. That's why you can feel stronger the influence of this transit, and it is going to be important for you. Especially important are the time when Venus changes the direction while it is stationary, so it is around the 3rd of March, and Venus will be on the 14th degree in Aries. So check if you have personal planets or cusps of house around this degree, because in this case the influence is going to be stronger for you. Also, you can go back to December 2013 and January 2014 because it was the last time when Venus was retrograde. So if you can remember what has happened for you, especially in the area of relationships and communications with others, it's possible that you can feel the influence of the transit in a similar way. But it is even more interesting if you can go back to March and April 2009, because that's the period when we had Venus retrograde in the same sign. So this is a repeating transit, which means that something similar can happen, or a situation from that time can occur in your life again. This can be an old relationship with someone, partnership, romantic relationships, some kind of emotions which you have been through around this period. People that you have met or you have been in a relationship from that time also can come back in your life. It is possible that you can decide to initiate meeting them, or just the circumstances, life can meet you with these people. Generally, this is not a favorable time for starting new relationships, getting married, taking important financial decisions, because it is ruling Venus is ruling your own sign. So it means that your personal actions won't be so productive, or at least they may require more time to achieve what you have planned or what you want to do, because again I'm saying that Venus is ruling your first house, your own sign, I mean. So Venus retrograde in Aries is going to transit your 12th house, and it means that 12th house is related with our past. In some way it is also related even with our past lives, with our karma and so on. So it's very possible that what you're going to face during this period is actually influenced from your past. It can be past karma, it can be just past experiences or events in this life, but generally the past is going to be really coming back into your life. So this is a positive time to put an end of an unhealthy relationship which is not making you happy, because 12th house is also the house of ends, quitting something, stopping something. So if you have been in a relationship which is not good for you, this transit of Venus actually can help you to separate with this partner, or just to leave the situation for your best. So after that, on the 10th of March, we have Mars entering Taurus. This is an important transit for you because, of course, this is your own sign, so you're going to feel stronger the influence of Mars. And usually Mars in Taurus is related with taking concrete, practical actions, being more rational in everything that you do, and planning everything in advance. Mars in Taurus is very typical with being more patient, not so impulsive. So this is the time when from one side you can feel a very strong drive and impulse to take some actions, but on the other hand, because the sign is really, grounded and practical, in some way you can balance this. So you shouldn't take too fast reactions, too fast decisions, but on the other hand you can feel more increased level of your energy, and you can feel the desire to start new things, to be more initiative. With Mars in first house, it's always possible that we can feel more nervous, we can feel in some way pushed to take these actions, but if we try to use it in a positive, in a productive way, actually the transit can be really beneficial for all of us. So the most important is to do what is practical, what is rational, what can be beneficial, even financially beneficial for you, because Taurus is also related with that. But generally, that's an active transit that can activate your power, your drive to take concrete actions. After that, on the 12th, we have a full moon in Virgo and Pisces on the 23rd degree. This is going to be in your 5th and 11th house. And the full moons are the periods when we can realize something, we can reassess something. There can be a tension between two areas of our life, but at the same time we can separate with something and just try to find the balance. And 5th and 11th house, this is the axis of our personal desires, what we really want to do. And on the other hand, our social goals, our mission, our tasks related with other people. So this is the time when you really need to find the balance between these two areas of your life, to separate with an old behavior which is no longer useful and helpful for you, and just to try to find the balance. Also, another meaning of 5th and 11th house is from one side we have romantic relationships, our close emotional connections with others, which is 5th house, and 11th house, which is our friendships and communication with people that we feel that we are part of as a collective, like being a team with other people. So you also may need to find the balance between these two areas. Again, separating, leaving an old behavior which is not useful for you, not helpful, also is actually very favorable to do. And after that, on the 13th, we have Mercury entering Aries. And for you, this is your 12th house. So after this date, actually you're entering a little bit more passive period. Of course, we still have Mars in your first house, so you need to take the actions, but at the same time, in some way you can feel more introverted. Because Mercury is related with our mind, what we are thinking about, and 12th house is a very, deep house, when we need to go to the deeply to understand something. And not only understand but feel it also, because it is a water house. So it means that you can be more introverted, you may prefer to keep your thoughts for yourself, to analyze the past, to make some kind of reassessments, but at the same time you may prefer to avoid sharing your ideas with other people. And on the 12th of March we have also the Sun entering Aries. So this is even you're starting 1 month which is going to be more about focusing on the past, making some reevaluations, reassessments. You may prefer to spend more time alone, isolated. You may just enjoy that experience. And finally, On the 27th, we have a new moon on the 8th degree in Aries. So please check if you have planets or cusps of house close to this degree, because the lunation is going to have a stronger impact over you. But even if it's not the case, the new moon in 12th house is related with really focusing on yourself, but your inner world. For people who have interest in spiritual activities, this can be a productive time. For others, this may just be a time when they may feel a little bit exhausted, or just they may want to, take a rest, just not socializing with others, but instead just paying attention on their own needs. So generally the month is really interesting for all of us. For you it is important because the ruler of your sign is going retrograde, so some really intense changes might happen. Really the month is, especially the second half of the month, is a more passive period regarding your personal desires and what you would like to achieve. It's more focusing on the past. On the other hand, we still have Mars in first house, so it is a time for acting, but in some way you may feel like it is not the time when you can reveal your full potential. You just need to wait a little bit until the next month. But with Mars in first house, in some way, even if you feel the desire to be isolated, to spend some time alone, you still may need to take the actions. So these were the most important transits during March. Thank you very much for listening, and see you next month.